You're tuned in to the Real Game No Gimmick podcast, hosted by LBC.
We gon' throw down. That's right, we gon' get serious.
Party time!
Radio. Commercial free and free to stream. True music discovery.
You are streaming the Hip Hop Spotlight, traveling to Akron, Ohio for our featured artist, Larry Belafonte, CEO, Sick of Struggling Incorporated, host of the Real Game No Gimmick podcast. We're going to find out a lot of stuff about what's going on in Larry Belafonte's world, hear some great music, and if you like what you hear, I encourage you to support Larry, support the indie scene, buy tracks on Amazon, Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, put these tracks on your phone, share them with your friends, support the indie scene. Indie music is where it's at. Let's hear from our featured artist. This is Larry Belafonte, featured artist on the Hip Hop Spotlight, True Music Discovery on Songcast.
Yo, I go by the name Larry Belafonte. I'm an artist from Akron, Ohio, 330 representative.
This is my second solo project. I'm also the host of a podcast called the Real Game No Gimmick podcast.
So check that out for me, please, if you don't mind.
Why don't you tell people where they can check out that podcast if they want to check it out?
You can find us on YouTube, the Real Game No Gimmick podcast on YouTube. And you can find us on Facebook, the Real Game No Gimmick podcast on Facebook as well.
And podcast comes out once a week?
Yes, once a week.
What day each week do you release a new one?
Every Monday.
All right, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started in music and doing raps and recording your own original stuff?
Well, I started rapping because a couple of my cousins were rapping, and they were pretty good, and they were actually pretty successful at it. So the rest of my cousins that wasn't rapping decided to form a group and give it a shot at it. You know what I'm saying? Give it a shot.
What's the scene like in Akron for indie rappers?
Oh, what's a lot of talent out here in Akron, man. You got YD, you got Pyro, you got my guy Dro. That's just to name a few, man. It's a lot of talent out here. Akron, a little city, but we got a lot of big dreams, you know what I'm saying?
And your latest single, your latest solo single is called Rock Your Body, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit about that. How'd that track come together?
Okay, now Rock Your Body is a track that features Rod Monroe. Rock Your Body, I just happened to be stopping by the studio that day. When I walked in, I heard the beat playing for the song Rock Your Body, and I told him that I had to have it. I had to do something to it, and I wasn't leaving until we had something. It ended up becoming Rock Your Body. We made that song in like about 15 minutes.
So you freestyled that in the studio?
I'm not going to say I freestyled it, but I wrote it very quickly in the studio. As soon as I heard it kind of came to me.
And if you like what you hear, you can buy this track on Amazon, on Apple Music, put it on your phone, play it with your friends, expose them to this great artist, tell them to support the indie scene. You can also stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, on YouTube. Make sure you support Larry Belafonte, support indie music. Let's check this track out. Crank it up. Give it a listen. It's called Rock Your Body. It's Larry Belafonte, True Music Discovery on the Hip Hop Spotlight, right here on Songcast.
She got a body like a porno star stripper. She got a body like a porno star stripper. She got a body like a porno star. She got a body like a porno star. She got a booty like a porno star stripper. Yeah, she's silly with it and she knows just how to get paid. Got a nigga like, dang, can I get laid? We can roll around the city smoking top blaze. She got her ass on her skinny waist, fine face. Yeah, she freaky with it. She is scared to give you dick a taste. She say, beam me up, Scotty. I stay in your place. I'm trying to charge up the spacecraft. We're on her way. She can make her butt jiggle, jump and gyrate. Lay down on her backside and make her thighs vibrate. Hey, wait, let me see them thighs say. I think I need to open my eyes. Am I awake? The way you do that thing you do right there is mighty great. I bet you learn to do that thing you do it by the way. The way you do that thing you do right there is mighty great. I bet you learn to do that thing so good over the way. Move that booty in a circle like a merry-go. The way that body shape's amazing like a merry-go. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Volume 3. Circle like a merry-go. The way that body shapes amazing like a merry-go. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma.
Don't mean no disrespect, but girl, you got
Gotti, ma. It's LBC from SOS, I party like it's Mardi Gras. Let me rock your body, ma. I'm gonna blow your back out. Let me play up in your hair. Let me pull them tracks out. Baby, bring the wax out. I'm gonna bring the jacks out. I'm gonna try to make you moan and beat it till you black out. I mean that ass is fat, man, it wouldn't fit in Shaq's house. No lie, this bitch is bad. Make you wanna bring them stacks out. I love how she do what she do when she doing it. Then she put her body on me. Then got to moving it. Oh, I think I'm losing it, but I'm a dog that's all bite. There's no need to rush it, girl. I'm gonna be here all night. Everything is alright. Let's do it to the music, ma. Man, that body's tight, and I love the way you use it, ma. She got it going on, yeah. She moves it like a merry-go. Now she where she wanna be. Everywhere that Larry go.
Move that booty in a circle like a merry-go. The way that body shapes amazing like a miracle. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Move that booty in a circle like a merry-go. The way that body shapes amazing like a miracle. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma.
Pop, locked and dropped it low. Did a split and dropped some more. Turned around, turned upside down, then pussy popped all around the pole. She hit the ground on tippy toes, dancing in the tipsy roll. By time she got on all fours, I'm in my pocket grabbing dough. Think I want a private show. I'm in a freaky mood. I pay these $60. I'm getting chopped and screwed. You got me acting rude. I'm all aggressive with it. You got me out my swag. This ain't my way to get it. But how that body rocking, got my drawers locking. Got me super excited to see that thong dropping. Yeah, I've been club hopping. Now I think I'm stopping. If you for kicking the ceiling and want your boots knocking. I've been peel popping. So lights, camera, action. I see that booty clapping. Now it's time to get it cracking. Only got time for taxing. Ain't got no time for slacking. So if you doing it moving, what's up, what's happening?
Move that booty in a circle like a merry-go. The way that body shapes amazing like a miracle. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Move that booty in a circle like a merry-go. The way that body shapes amazing like a miracle. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Rock your body, ma. Self-employed, nigga. Yeah. She like that. Nigga Rob Monroe. LBC. She like that nigga Tick. Hey.
You are streaming the Hip Hop Spotlight here at Songcast. Our featured artist from Akron, Ohio, Larry Belafonte. That track called Rock Your Body. So, Larry, when you're putting together new tracks, does the beats or the lyrics come first? Do you have a set process you use when you're putting out new stuff?
Usually the beat comes first. I usually hear the beat.
Do you put together beats yourself, or do you work with other people?
I work with other people. I do not make beats at all. I wish I knew how, but I don't.
Now, you freestyle very much, or you write down a lot of your lyrics? Do you keep a notepad with you? What kind of stuff inspires you to, hey, I'm going to do a song about that, or that's inspired me to put this track together?
Usually, I write down all my raps, either on paper or on my phone. I still write my raps. I'm usually get inspired by the beat. When I hear the beat, it usually inspires me to write. With me working with other people as well, like being in the group, sometimes people give me ideas or they give me a hook. It's easier when I'm working with a group because I can use other people's ideas.
Let's talk about this track, Every Day I'm Fresh. Where was that recorded at?
That was recorded at Rob Monroe's studio in Akron, Ohio. It features Rob Monroe and Napalm the Bomb. Once again, the same thing happened. We were just sitting around listening to beats. That beat came on. I had to have it. And we knocked it out within like 15 minutes of hearing the beat. Some songs, when I hear the beat, I just know I want it. It just comes to me. Like,
I know you said Rock Your Body was your latest track. How old is this one?
It's all in the same time frame. We knocked all our songs out within a week of each other. We got in the studio and we didn't leave until we was done.
What inspired the lyrics for Every Day I'm Fresh?
Every Day I'm Fresh was a song. I didn't come up with the hook. I actually walked in the studio and they were already making that song, and I said I had to be a part of it.
Let's get on it. Every Day I'm Fresh. Larry Belafonte, indie music, true music discovery on Songcast.
to toe. Damn, I am a show. Louis VB on my hat, Air Yeezy on the flow. DGB on my shades, VP in my earlobe. Yeah, I be going fixin' your BNB on my pole. Cause I'm flammy, I get dope. I'm flam, damn it, I know. I knew I was gonna be fresh sitting dog when I left the stove. Cocaine on my flow, Colombian bubble coat, Colombian snow boots. I'm hustling in the snow. Damn, I am a star. Yep, I'm flammy, I'm a soap. This shit I got on the floor probably cost a couple notes. This shit I got on my pros, it cost you a couple more. I'm for niggas getting dope, pimpin' hoes and hustle and blow. Yeah, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Number 6 fusing J-Zone, damn I am a trapper. Getting up my package all over the whole Akron in the O2 Impala with the Louis V pattern. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper.
Every day I'm fresh, like I'm fresh about the casket. Days on my feet, and yet they fresh about the plastic. My place is automatic, bounce back like elastic. Oh, you wanna smoke for free? Please don't even ask it. Fresh up on the block, like I'm straight up out the rapper. Rocks up in my pocket, I'm a motherfucking trapper. I ain't trying to catch a play, shit, I'm trying to catch a gapper. The streets is cold, you need that heat, you gotta keep that clapper. It's SOS, it's ACEBC's a major factor. We on our way straight to the top, don't got no time for slacker. Every day I'm fresh, bitch, drippin' dry from head to toe. Every day I'm wet, shit, twist one up and let it go. Now I'm headed to a show, we on our way to being famous. Everybody talking tough, everybody on the same shit. How you expect to win when you don't know what the game is? I was fly up in the booth so a nigga had to name this.
Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper.
I'm not Santana, but my swagger splash a nigga. I'm so fresh, look like I stepped out the rapper. I get stupid, go dumb. I'm the main attraction. Bitches jumping on my dick, it's like a chain reaction. I get money from the flow up, plus I stay toe up. Brain squirting out my jeans, look my pockets about to throw up. Well, hold up, cause ain't shit moving but the money. Quit smiling at me, nigga, ain't a damn thing funny. Niggas hating cause I'm fresh and they mad cause they bump me. I tags every day, smoke and red monkey. That's the game up, boy. You ain't nothing but junkie. Put the pedal to the metal. I speed to get money. I feed to get money. My team, we get money. NBA's my nigga. We dream to get money. I put my life on the shit. You can't stop the hustle. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Can't stop me from hustling. Yeah.
Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper. Every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, every day I'm fresh, looking brand new out the rapper.
There's a track called Every Day I'm Fresh. Larry Belafonte, featured artist here on the Hip Hop Spotlight on Songcast. Sick of Struggling Incorporated. And got the podcast. You need to check this out. It's called Real Game, No Gimmick. A podcast you can find on YouTube and Facebook. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes.
And what kind of stuff do you tackle on your podcasts?
On our podcast, we talk about politics, sports, hip-hop, current event. We have guests, local artists, people that just want to get things off their chest. So If you have a topic you want to discuss and you're in our area, you can come on and discuss anything. If you hear anything on our podcast that you disagree with, you can come on and discuss that as well.
And you said that's every Monday, right?
Yes.
Every Monday on Facebook and YouTube, Real Game, No Gimmick, a podcast you should definitely check out. And also great music you should check out, too. Again, if you like what you hear, support Larry Belafonte, support the indie scene. Buy tracks on Amazon, Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Put tracks on your phone, play them for your friends. Give the indie scene some exposure, especially during this pandemic, man. We need all the help that we can get. Tell me about the track Going Ham.
The track Going Ham, it features Gorilla Mike and Rob Steele. And this song, it was another song. A friend of mine came to me. They thought I would be good on that song. They brought the idea to me. Let me just go.
Let's hit this track. Crank it up. Going Ham. Larry Belafonte, featured artist on Spotlight. True music discovery on Songcast.
Rich, I hit you 9 times with the double M. Then fly to NY and buy 100 pairs of Timberlands. If I walk 8 miles, it was shady like Eminem. Like Dr. Dre, the aftermath buying beats from Timberland. Bypass JD, slide Bucky some Benjamin. The Beat Savage Incorporated, it must be Bob Steele again. In your sector, when I say you see clips, I don't mean movie projectors. Leave you paralyzed like Denzel, cause I'm the bone collector. I didn't finish school cause they had too many metal detectors. And I stayed away from home, too many visits from homicide detectives. Always been young and reckless, living stumped for breakfast. That hang with a savage gang that'll bang you with bare fists. In the parking lot next week you die from a spark that pop. If you proceed, I guarantee that you won't walk a lot. My hustle game mixed with everything like a melting pot. Music fiends in the long line and 2 live when this album drops.
On the block we going stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, giving a fuck about Uncle Sam. On the block we getting stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, I'm giving a fuck about Uncle Sam, nigga.
Hotter than a Lambo, water than a fucking zoo. LBC from SOS, you know what I come to do. Better make way when I'm coming through. BCZ's off the shelf again. Everybody's out for self, so I guess I'm by myself again. All the hustlers love me, all the haters hate me. All the ladies love me, they wanna be my lady. They wanna have my baby, they brothers wanna fight me. Their baby mother love me, but wonder why you bite me. If I was you and you was me, I wouldn't really like me. Catch me posted on the block, yep, I'm in a white tee. Polo shorts and Gucci frames, LeBron James, Nike. Hella cold and never fold, we roll so tightly.
On the block we going stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, giving a fuck about Uncle Sam. On the block we getting stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, I'm giving a fuck about Uncle Sam, nigga.
I'ma get it crackin' on the block and get my money up. Catch me out here swerving through tractors, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, the name Gorilla, buy my Skrilla, make my ends meet. Catch me ducked off in the hood or posted on your mainstream. My block, we acting stupid, my niggas be going ham. Still posted, catching play, don't give a fuck about Uncle Sam. From the east side, that's Akron, from the west side of your city. All the gangsters and the killers, that them niggas riding with me. Cause I keep it so gutter, I ain't never been a bitch. I took the murder oath, and I die before I snitch. Getting saucy at the bar, couple bottles in the trunk. I pop one for my niggas with the aroma of the skunk. Yeah.
On the block we going stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, giving a fuck about Uncle Sam. On the block we getting stupid, on the streets we going ham. In the club we popping bottles, hella models smoking grams. On the block we acting stupid, on the streets we going ham. I'm still on the turf hustling, I'm giving a fuck about Uncle Sam, nigga.
Listen, explore, discover indie indie music from around the world. Spotlight features all types of indie music. Hip-hop, rock, pop, electronic, country, blues, jazz, and more. Spotlight. Listen to thousands of hours of archived indie music anytime, anywhere. Experience Spotlight. The best indie music from around the world. Commercial free and free to stream. Songcast Radio. True music discovery.